YouTube, what's going down with y'all, man? It's your boy C Made KJ. As y'all read in the title, man, today we're gonna be doing a quick video on the easiest way possible for you to break forks, man. I know y'all want perfect connections, man. I know y'all want to be flawless one day. This is the video for y'all, man. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you go subscribe, like, comment, and share. I appreciate all the support so far, man, but I ain't gonna do too much talking. Let's get straight into the video. Let's go. Alright, y'all, first up, we're gonna start off by talking about what forks are. Basically, forks are crashes in your waves so that your waves won't be flowing 100%. So let's say you got two waves right here. The waves are supposed to be like this, and it ends up being like this. Okay, this would be a fork. The waves are going two different directions. That's the easiest way I can put it. At some point, everybody's gonna have forks, because when you first start off waving, you gotta go through the ripple stage. The ripple stage is basically your hair trying to wave up. You don't have a set pattern yet. You haven't been brushing that long. This typically goes from when you first start to about 3-4 months in, and then after that 4 months you'll start getting a little bit of connections. All right, basically that's when the forks are starting to break. Your pattern is starting to come in. You're able to see like your flow. Whether you have 360 beehive, 360 swirl, 540 swirl, 720, whatever pattern you have, you'll start seeing the actual flow. Now, like I said, that everybody got to go through that stage, no matter medium, coarse, straight hair. In order to get flawless, you gotta put in major work. All right, now being flawless means no forks, great crown, definition, all that, hair health, all that comes into play. But in today's video, we just gonna be talking about the easiest way to break your forks. Now, I know for me personally, I have about 2 forks left in my pattern. Also got to do a lot of work on my crown. It's real inconsistent. I'll be slacking on my crown. But yeah, so basically what I'm gonna do is I got 2 pictures. My boy Also Wavy sent me a picture of a fork he wanted to break, and my boy Corsair Kings. I'm gonna draw diagrams and analyze their pattern. And basically this is a method for anybody. This is something, an easy, simple method for anybody trying to break their forks. So first we're gonna start off with my boy Also Wavy. Alright, y'all, I just put the picture up of Also Wavy right here. And basically you can see he has about one fork left in his pattern. Going crazy with the straight hair, one of the best straight hair wavers I know. Transition from a beehive to a swirl in literally 3 weeks. That boy going crazy. Make sure to go give him a follow on the ground. So basically here's what I do when I see a fork and I need to break the fork. Alright, what I do is I take a picture. You can take any picture, just take a clear picture similar to this picture right here, and zoom into the picture. So I'm gonna zoom in and then draw a line in the middle of the fork, directly in the middle. Alright, this is what I did for the forks on the top, sides, where this can work for literally anybody. Alright, draw a fork in the middle of that, draw a line in the middle of that fork, and you can clearly see the way that your hair is going and how it's not flowing right. So I'm drawing a line in the middle of Al's fork, and you can clearly see that his waves are shifting down towards his ear, okay, right there. But his flow is supposed to be towards his temple, okay. So the waves are going like this and then like this, okay, and these waves are going straight. So that's causing a fork right here. So these waves are going straight. You can see the 3 waves in front, but then it's twisting. Alright, and that's what's causing that major fork right there. Now after you draw the line in the middle, or you can just have an imaginary line, like let's say you're looking in a mirror, you see the way your waves are not supposed to be going. It's super easy to break it. Alright, now there's 3 different ways for you to break these forks. The first way for you to break them is by looking at your pattern. Okay, you look at it, the waves are flowing perfectly on the, let's say on the right side, okay, right side. If the waves are not flowing on the left, you gotta transition your left side to flow with your right. This can be done by brushing slanted, okay? So like for me, my last fork that I got out, try to put a picture up here, it was on my top, it was right here. So what I did was I brushed slanted like this, straighten that fork out, and then I start brushing straight down to basically like put the finishing touches up on. So basically what I'm saying is, if you want to go about breaking the fork, you got to change your angles on one of the sides. All right, the first way is to change your angles on the left side, brush slanted to make it line up with the right side, or change your angles on the right side, brush slanted to make it line up with the left side. For my boy Al, from the looks of it, it looks like your pattern will flow better to me if the angles like on the top are like uniformly throughout. So I would change my angles right there, brush slanted, and start trying to put more work in into getting your waves to flow like towards the temple area, okay? Because that's where your waves want to go, but this kind of dips down towards your ear. Now I got my boy PJ, Corsair Kings. Make sure you go subscribe to his YouTube, on the road to 4K. I'll link it down in the description below. Click his link, go subscribe to him, you know what I'm saying, show some love. But I'm gonna analyze this picture next. And this is the picture I got. So basically, he has a couple of forks in this picture. This is his weakest side. Now for starters, I'll see about 2 forks near the hairline. And if you're just regularly vertical brushing those, like the cliche, just vertical brush forks, they're gonna be out. If you just regular vertical brush those will be out in about like 2 weeks, I'll say. Okay, so I'm gonna focus mainly on this one area in the middle. And this is not just a regular fork, this is like a double fork. All right, now I've had one of these on my left side. I'll try to put a picture up of that. But basically, with this fork, there's a couple different ways you can go about breaking this. So like I said, with any fork, you got the picture, zoom in. Okay, I zoomed into the picture, and you see the waves, they kind of, I feel like this is kind of like an undeveloped area a little bit, okay? The waves are connected at the top, but towards the middle they're not, and then they connect back at the waves under it. So it's kind of real tough with these forks. What I did personally was, that's around the time when I started overwashing and just vertical brushing it. But another thing you can do is take a comb. Okay, that's really what's really gonna help. Combing sideways, combing the other way, against the grain, with the grain, confusing the hair, because that hair is not really set yet. So it's gonna be super easy for you to break those forks, because it's not like a regular fork. It's just like hair that's not 100% set yet. So just, you know what I'm saying, comb against the grain, confuse the hair, go with the grain. I suggest really hitting that in your overwashes. It depends on how you want that flow to go too. So you see the waves down here, they kind of go like this towards the line, okay? But I see some waves around here that want to go like this. So you got to decide how you want your pattern flow to be. Me personally, if I had this exact, like these exact waves right here, I would brush like this, and I would actually transition this side right here, and I'll kind of shift it a little bit over so that way it can flow a little better. But yeah, basically what I would do is just, you know, comb, confuse the hair, overwash that side out, and basically just vertical brush. But the combing is really gonna help confusing the hair, like I said. Yeah, man, this method can work for anybody. It's a super easy method. For PJ's hair, I can't draw a full diagram just because for a diagram, I'm gonna need to see like the crown and how the flow is. And I know his crown is a little bit offset. I just don't know which side by this picture right here. So but yeah, it's not, he doesn't really have too many like super big forks. He has forks, of course, but these are not unfixable. Just, you know what I'm saying, he just gotta keep going in. He's been making a lot of progress, so just keep going in on those forks. Key to this, if you didn't listen to anything I said, just remember, zoom in on the pattern and look closely at what the hairs are doing, okay? And also when you're vertical brushing them, or even when you're slanted brushing to change the angles, watch your hair and see how it reacts to what you're doing. If your hair doesn't react good to what you're doing, then you should stop. Like, if your angles are getting worse and worse and worse, you're getting confused on how to brush, then the easy way to do this is, not the easy way, but the most common way to do this is just a vertical brush. Because typically we don't usually break forks. Like, I hear different ways saying break forks, but really I don't remember a time where I've actually broken a fork, like broken it, like let's say it was up here and then it just completely like broke off and then it lined up. I've never really done that. I've just brush slanted, and vertical brush, push the forks out. But yeah, like I said, just you know what I'm saying, comb, brush slanted, and change your angles and see what the hair is doing. Another easy way for you to break your forks is by woofing. All right, now with woofing, for me personally, I love woofing because it forces me to brush my hair more. All right, now when I'm just at a low cut, like right now, I got a 1.5 recently. Like right now, my brush edges are not that long at all. because I can only use soft and like soft firm brushes. But when I'm wolfing, you gotta go in with that hard brush. You gotta go in with that medium firm brush. You gotta go in with the medium, then soft, then plastic bag. And that causes your sessions to be longer over time. And as you know, if you use the hard brush, get down to your scalp a lot more, and you get that new growth going. But if you're not, let's say you're slacking on the wolf, you're not brushing as much, just using like a medium brush and a soft brush, you're gonna develop forks because the new growth does not know which way to go. If you're using that hard brush constantly, then your new growth knows where to go. Your wolf is trained, all right, it'll lay down. You won't have any problems with over curling. Over curling is basically like your hair is unmanageable, okay? And don't rely on a washing style to save you all the time. I know they call me Mr. Washing Style, you feel me? If you need to lay down your wolf, all right, just try to go in with a hard brush as much as possible. When you're using a hard brush, you don't need to actually dig into your scalp. You should just let it glide. The bristles are gonna touch your scalp, so just let it glide through your hair and it'll detangle it, get down to the scalp. Pull the new growth like I said, and you'll be all set. If you want to get a diagram by me, just shoot me a DM at CMadeKJ. I'll be able to, see what your pattern is, draw the angles that you need, see what you're doing wrong clearly. Because what I do, like with all my forks that I've had, I'll just zoomed in on them, see which way the hair is going, because usually it's going like this and then straight, which is going to cause that fork. But if you need a diagram, like I said, just shoot me a DM. I'll try to get that out to you. But if this video helps you, man, make sure to go leave a like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below if this video helped at all. But I really appreciate all y'all support. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.